Hey Derp Nation, how's it going? Is that Derpy Smiler here coming at you with another brand steel video. This is Danganronpa V3 with my own cast of 16 new reality show students. And here's who we got. So first off, we have Aneesa Ferreira, Christmas Abbott, Cliff Hogg, Cory Wharton, Ed Eason, Herbert Lang, also known as Flight Time from the Globetrotters, Ika Wong, Jenny West, Joseph Allen, Kayla Casillas, Leroy Garrett, Mark Byron, Memphis Garrett, Nelson Thomas, Nia Moore, and finally Tori Deal. So now with all that out of the way, those are the 16 new reality stars that are going to be competing, quote unquote, in Danganronpa V3. Anyway, let's get started. The body is found. It's Cory. The investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. Following the investigation, the survivors vote for who they suspect is the culprit. Aneesa votes for Mark. Christmas votes for Flight Time. Cliff votes for Christmas. Ed votes for Leroy. Flight Time votes for Nelson. Ika votes for Memphis. Jenny votes for Kayla. Joseph votes for Ika. Kayla votes for Joseph. Leroy votes for Jenny. Mark votes for Ika. Memphis votes for Tori. Nelson votes for Kayla. Nia votes for Ed. And Tori votes for Christmas. And there is a tie between Christmas, Ika, and Kayla, and one of them was randomly selected. And Ika is selected, and she was the killer and is executed. Ika is now gone. Let's see who gets killed next. Two bodies were found, Kayla and Aneesa. An investigation begins to discover the clues about the killer. Alright, following the investigation, survivors vote who they suspect the culprit is. Christmas votes for Joseph, Cliff for Nelson, Ed for Leroy, Flight Time for Jenny, Jenny for Joseph, Joseph for Cliff, Leroy for Tori, Mark for Leroy, Memphis for Christmas, Nelson for Cliff, Nia for Mark, and Tori for Cliff. And the old man Cliff receives the most votes. He is the killer and is executed. How, in your head, guys, if you guys are watching this, down below, tell me what you think their executions would be. For Cliff's, I imagine that it would be like on a farm, and then he's running. There are animals that are running behind him and chasing him. He trips over a rock, is hurt, and then he just gets stampeded on. That's what I believe would happen for his. I don't know for Ika. I'm not sure, if I'm being honest. Let's proceed. Alright, Nelson and Joseph are dead. An investigation begins to discover the clues about the killer. Alright, following the investigation, survivors vote. Christmas votes for Tori, Ed votes for Jenny. Flight Time also votes for Jenny. Jenny votes for Mark. Leroy votes for Nia, Mark for Jenny. Memphis for Nia, Nia for Leroy, and Tori for Jenny. Jenny did receive the most votes, and she was the killer and is executed. Boom! Here we are, finally, on Chapter 4. Let's see. Body is found. It's Ed's. The investigation begins to discover the clues about the killer. Preceding the investigation, everyone votes. Christmas for Tori, Flight Time for Mark, Leroy for Memphis, Mark for Flight Time, Memphis for Flight Time, Nia for Memphis, Tori for Leroy. There is a tie between Flight Time and Memphis. And Memphis was randomly selected, and he was the killer and is executed. Memphis is now dead. Christmas must be distraught. Body is found. It's Nia. Everyone remaining escapes alive, including the killer. Nia was the mastermind, though. And Christmas was the killer. After Memphis died, she needed her revenge. They found out that Nia was the mastermind, and so Christmas took it upon herself to kill Nia. So these are the 5 that survived. Christmas, Flight Time, Leroy, Mark, and Tori. Here it is. Cory was killed in Chapter 1 and Ika was the killer. Kayla was killed in Chapter 2, Aneesa was killed in Chapter 2, and Cliff was the killer. Nelson and Joseph were killed in Chapter 3, and Jenny was the killer. Ed was killed in Chapter 4, and Memphis was the killer. Nia was killed in Chapter 5, Mastermind. with Christmas being the killer and saving everyone, setting them all free. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We actually do have something special for Danganronpa 4, which will be the last one. And it'll also be the last video that I make for Brant Steel for a very long time. I don't think I'm making any more Brant Steel videos after that one. Unless you guys really want it. But it's very unlikely that I'll come back to Brant Steel after the last one. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, peace out.